Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to our beloved lecturer, Madam Binti Ibrahim, and our dear viewers. I am Mas Ayuni Binti Padol, and I am thrilled to be here as the leader of our exceptional team. In this video, my group members and I will be explaining the financial accounting and reporting of a sole proprietorship that we have chosen, which is Self-Hygienic Photo Studio. Before I start with the presentation, let me introduce you to the talented individuals I have the pleasure of working with.
Hello, my name is Condia Enah, Anak Nole. My student ID is 2023898894.
Hi, my name is Kathleen Kelinan. My student ID number is 2023491692.
My name is Afika Binti Shahrin.
Before we dive into the details, please sit back and watch the video we have prepared, capturing the essence of our recent trip to the Self-Hygienic Photo Studio in Kochi. Let's roll the footage. Now that you have an overview of who we are and what we are presenting, let's jump into the background of our project. Self-Hygienic Photo Studio was established on the 13th of April 2023, and it is a sole proprietorship business. But first, what exactly is a sole proprietorship? It is not just a business structure, it is a one-person show, a single visionary bringing the passion to life. In the case of Self-Hygienic, it is a solo journey of creativity and entrepreneurship led by a remarkable individual. Offering top-notch photography services is the main business activity. The Self-Photo Studio located in Kochi is where you may capture spontaneous, professional quality photos with your loved ones with just a few remote clicks to mark important events like birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, and other celebrations. The event photography services capture the energy and significance of each moment, ensuring that your memories are beautifully preserved. After the photo season, they offer a range of options for your images, whether you prefer digital copies to share on social media or cherish the classic feel of printed photographs. Self-Hygienic provides flexible choices to suit your preferences. Meet the genius behind the lens, the creative force that brings Self-Hygienic to life. Evelyn Gandhi, the training manager at Infinite Improvement Training Services Sendirian Berhad, is also the visionary founder behind the Self-Hygienic Photo Studio. According to the 40-year-old founder, she found inspiration to establish the business after being captivated by Indonesia's TikTok's creative and visually engaging content. Watching the diverse and imaginative self-portraits and visual content on this platform sparked an idea that eventually led to the creation of this business. She also added that she is not a skilled photographer, still her passion for visual aesthetics and an appreciation for beautiful photos are the driving forces behind the establishment of this innovative studio. She contributed 70,000 ringgit from her own personal savings to turn this dream into a reality. It was not just a financial investment, it was a commitment to creating a space where creativity meets technology and moments turn into memories. With a capital contribution of 70,000 ringgit, she prepared the studio setup, high-quality equipment, marketing and branding, etc. As for the location, Self-Visioning Self-Photo Studio is located on the second floor, Subplot 22, Lot 2975, Block 12, Muara Tebas Lane District, the North Bank of Kuching Samarahan Expressway, Jalan Setiaraja 93350, Kuching, Sarawak. The reason why the owner chose this place is because it is a strategic choice that aligns with their vision and the experience they want to offer. They wanted to be a destination that people could easily reach. The chosen spot is strategically located to provide easy access for their customers. Whether locals or visitors, they wanted Self-Visioning to be a convenience and welcoming stop. Moving on to the next part, which is the business characteristics of Self-Visioning Self-Photo Studio. This business meets all the characteristics of a sole proprietorship business, starting from the business registration, capital and business ownership, management and control, liability, and books of account. First and foremost, based on the trade license on the slide, shows that the business is registered under the Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia (SSM). By registering with SSM, Self-Visioning has gained a legal identity. This means that they are a recognized and legitimate business entity operating under the laws and regulations set by Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia. According to the founder, she wanted to register the business using the name of Self-Visioning Self-Photo Studio, but she was not allowed to put the name by the SSM for some reason. She then decided to register it with the name Inspo Photography instead, as shown on the slide. The next one is about capital and ownership. Since it is a sole proprietorship business, it means that the owner is the sole contributor of capital. As I previously mentioned, the owner started the business with her own personal savings of 70,000 ringgit and she has never taken any loan for the business. The ownership of this business is singular. There is only one owner and that owner is the driving force behind the business. It is a personal and direct connection between the individual and the business. Other than that, this business is fully controlled by the owner itself. The management and control in the sole proprietorship are intertwined with the owner's vision, decision-making, and direct involvement in day-to-day operations. Moving on to the next section, which is a liability. Sole proprietorships are frequently linked to the term unlimited personal liability. This implies that the owner's personal assets, including their home or money, may be utilized to pay off debts incurred by the company or to settle legal issues. There is no legal distinction between the business and the owner. Both business and personal assets are considered as one entity. This direct connection is the unique aspect of a sole proprietorship liability. Last but not least, creating a books of accounts typically refers to establishing a systematic record-keeping system for financial transactions in the business. Self-Visioning Self-Photo Studio records the financial taxation by creating a ledger, journal, trial balance, cash book, and financial statement. These financial records play a vital role in maintaining accurate and transparent financial information, facilitating effective decision-making, ensuring compliance with regulations, and providing a basis for financial analysis and planning. Properly managed financial records are essential for the long-term success and sustainability of this business.
As for the business items, there are few that have been highlighted in the company. The owner has shared the financial of statement and their comprehensive income for us to look through and to do our studies. First of all, let us get through on the assets. Assets are divided into two sections, which are current assets and also non-current assets. Current assets is known as assets that either cash or can be converted into cash within 1 year. Current assets that Surfigenics has owned are cash at the bank and also deposit and prepayment. Non-current assets, on the other hand, known as assets that have useful life of more than 1 year and are acquired or bought not for resale but for use in the operations of the business. Non-current assets of Surfigenics are furniture and fittings, studio equipment, and some renovation. Now let's move on to liability. Current liability is known as an amount owed by the business that are to be paid within 1 year. For instance, short-term loans, bank overdraft, creditors, or account payables. As for non-current liabilities, it is an amount that are not repaid within 1 year, such as long-term loan, mortgage on premises, and debentures. As for Surfigenics, they have no current and non-current liabilities. Moving on to revenue. Revenue of Surfigenics derive from sales of goods, where their service obtained through their performance. On this slide, we can see there are few lists of their expenses. Expenses are the cost of assets consumed or services used in the process of earning income. As you can see in the slide, their expenses comes in salary, medical fee, rental, small value fee, general expenses, and legal professional fee. They also spend on EPF, props, deco and studio, backdrop expenses, studio equipments, staff refreshments for the other expenses. In their business, the capital comes in amounts of 70,000 ringgit Malaysia. As for the drawing, the owner has mentioned they have withdrawn the cash for entertainment. For instance, they use the cash for staff lunch on the peak day and dinner if they hit sales. Here we can align to the concept of business entities where a business is treated as separate and distinct from its owner.
Moving on to the next topic, accounting recording process. This part will be split into two parts, which is accounting recording process and its strengths and weaknesses. In my case, I'll be discussing on its accounting recording process. According to our collected information from the owner, it is said that their business uses both manual and technological method to record the accounting transactions. For manual method, this business utilizes both Excel and cash bills. The owner stated that they uses Excel to record the daily sales entry. Meanwhile, cash bills are used to issue the daily cash sales along with the bank transaction sales. The next method that this business uses is technological method. Aside from Excel and cash bill, Photogenics also uses an accounting software to run the business. Accounting software helps them to manage and record the day-to-day financial transaction. Regarding financial transaction, Photogenics accept cash payment, QR pay, and online bank transfer. To summarize, Photogenics utilizes both manual and technological method to its best to record their accounting transactions. This way, they can double-check each transaction to avoid errors.
Now we go to the next slide, which is strength and weakness of recording process. The first one is Excel. Strength of this method is this method ensures a short or non-existent learning, which is it enables the company to perform basic calculations to create their financial statements. Other than that, it gives advantages of flexibility to the company. Weakness of Excel in recording process is lack of version control, which is it includes errors and inconsistencies when working with complex formulas. It also comes with a lot of multiple worksheets and manual data entry. Next is cash bill method. Strength of this method is it makes businesses more conveniently keep track of their revenue and costs. It is easy to calculate and record all the necessary information about the transaction, such as the amount paid, the date of transaction, and which the cash did the customer purchase. However, it gives disadvantages or weakness to the company. which is it may offer a misleading picture of longer-term profitability. It does a poor job of matching revenues earned with money let out of expenses. And the last one is accounting software. Strength of this method is this method saves time. By using accounting software in recording process, it will save hours of work each week. By handling time-consuming manual bookkeeping and accounting process work hours each week by automatically handling time-consuming manual bookkeeping and accounting process. For example, Savvy company turning to download CSV files from their credit bank accounts, and they also manually enter data on their spreadsheet to review their transactions. The weakness of this recording process method is it sometimes makes incorrect information or error. Automated accounting software needs to setting up their procedures. Other than that, the cost of software also higher than a paper-based accounting system. Now we go to strength and weakness of financial transactions. The first one is cash transactions. The strength of cash transactions is it is immediate payment and value. Cash transaction set the time for the company in managing their financial transactions. However, it has disadvantages to the company, which is it is less secure than a credit card. This is because by carrying a large sum of cash, can be risky, which means this makes both seller and buyer vulnerable to the robbery. This type of transactions also makes the company harder to reconcile their account with confidence at the end of the day. Next is QR pay transactions. The strength of this transaction is it provide an extra layer of security. Self-hygienic company has generated their unique QR code to their customer to make payment. How it can provide an extra layer of security? The code only works for one transaction and it cannot be reused by fraudsters. The weakness of this transaction is it limits its adoption or usage. QR Pay is sometimes so complicated for the company, even though it makes everything easy and fast. For example, QR code is capable of encoding a maximum bytes of data of numeric characters and numeric characters. Is online bank transfer. Strength of this transaction is fund transfer. This transaction makes every transaction quick, easy, convenient to manage their money wherever they are deal with their customer. Electric fund transfer process significantly faster than traditional methods and ensuring almost instant transfer of funds. This type of transaction also can be performed at any time, anywhere with their customers. The weakness of this transaction is it gives technical problem to the company sometimes, which is this include identify them from use of weak password, phishing attack, unsecure networks and devices, and also system flaws.
The accounting software that have been used in Self-Hygienics is SQL, which might lead the business to receive incorrect information. Even though it is not time-consuming to use it manually, it is highly recommended to improve use of SQL in the accounting process involving optimizing database management, enhancing data accuracy, and streamlining queries for better performance. The company should implement a number of best practices and utilize collaborative tools such audit trails and logging that make versioning and collaboration easier in order to prevent these challenges. Think about including a logging or audit trail feature in Excel files, creating a separate sheets to document changes together with the user, date, and type of revisions may be necessary to do this. It's all from our group. Thank you so much.